part of a defence that keep conceding goals. So it doesn't really matter too much about his own performance as long as United concede goals. FPL isn't a fan of that. But United have come forward early here. Rashford. Oh, no, a free kick's been given to Southampton. But let's see how it goes. I think United will keep a clean sheet. Well, Southampton don't seem to score much this season, but United do seem to find a way of conceding goals. So it's quite possible about that clean sheet. But I don't know, Cameron Archer, Ben Brereton, Diaz, do Southampton have what it takes to find a way through the United defence, which on paper is a good defence? De Ligt there to beat Cameron Archer to the ball already. Now, Bruno Fernandes trying to play in Rashford. Easily defended there. Jack Stevens, the Southampton captain. Easily pushes him off the ball. Thank you very much for the likes already, by the way. I believe it's Jasper. And also, I can't actually say what that is. I couldn't really tell what that emoji was. But thank you for the interesting emoji person who is liking as well. Eli, welcome. Thank you very much for liking. Thank you for joining my live. I think it's the first time that we've had you on, so appreciate it. Does anyone think that Southampton can get a win or point out of this? Kay, how are you doing? Great to have you on. Hope you're doing well. Good to have another OG back on here. Here's Amad Diallo back in the starting lineup again. Garnacho is on the bench once more. It's Matthias de Ligt. Plays it into the middle to Christian Eriksen, who's playing instead of Casemiro today. One of two changes from Ten Hag after the defeat against Liverpool. Thank you for the share, Jasper. I really appreciate it. Eli, you think that Man United are going to scrape a win? It could happen. Let's see. Christian, weird question about how many languages do I know? I would say I barely know English. Now, I think English is my language. I know a little bit of Spanish. I've tried to get on board with Arabic, but it's not easy to get into. So I'm struggling. Footy Edits, welcome back. Great to see you are here as well. Starting to get some more of the OGs back, aren't we? We're going to see a little bit more consistency, I feel, as well now. I'm going to be commentating a little bit more. I need to get on board. I think the Champions League is going to start either this week or next week, and definitely need to commentate some of those games as well. Manuel Ugarte on the bench. Camera's on him right now. I wonder if he'll get his first minutes of the season and first minutes for United today. Eli, so sorry, I don't talk about who I support. I keep that under wraps. Footy Edits is saying, United. Okay, will I commentate on the Man City game? The only game I've scheduled myself to do this weekend is this one. We'll see. I doubt I'll do another game this weekend, unfortunately. But the consistency will hopefully come from next week. Because it needs to. And Amad Diallo. United have had all the possession in the first 4 minutes. Southampton chasing shadows at the minute, but not done much with it. All bad pass into the middle, and Eriksen couldn't get it under control. Southampton have a chance here. Good defending from Lisandro Martinez, who read the ball being fed in towards Fernandes. Kobe Mainu. Mazraoui playing the ball around. De Ligt. Martinez. So Man United won 9-0 against Southampton a few years ago. And since then, the games have actually been surprisingly very, very tight, including the season when Southampton got relegated. So looking at those past results, it was 0-0 the last time these two played in March of 2023. United won in 2022 on the road at this ground, 1-0. And then in February of 2022, they drew 1-1. And then in August of 2021, they drew 1-1. And it was February of 2021, Man United beat Southampton 9-0. Jasper, you are the first person to ever subscribe to my channel. I think it was after a UFC TikTok said, hey, do you want to do you want to offer a subscription? And I said, sure. And I didn't think anyone would ever actually do it. I completely forgot all about it. But I've just been informed that Jasper, probably my biggest supporter on here, which I really appreciate, by the way. You've been absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. I'm going to have to make sure that I keep up to all the promises I said I would do for anyone who does subscribe. Marley, Arne Slot is cooking. Yes, he is, man. I've been very impressed with Arne Slot since the first game. Rashford just tried to switch it, but his pass has been intercepted. Leslie Hugo Chokwu trying to play the ball forward, but it's easily intercepted by Mazraoui. No, thank you, honestly, Jasper. That's really, really nice of you. Hopefully, over time, there'll be more subscribers on here too. But I guess for now, you're going to have to take full priority. I think I said anytime there's a comment, I would prioritize your comments. So that's one benefit to being a subscriber. I might have to do like some secret content as well that only goes out to you. Maybe some games that I commentate that I only post for the subscribers or something. So thank you very much for subscribing. Eli, thanks for the likes. I really appreciate it. Footy Edits, thank you for the likes. Guys, we're smashing it. 3.4k likes already. There's a lot of OGs on here and you are all liking and I'm really appreciative. So Marley, thank you very much. Kay, thank you very much. Footy Edits. Jasper, of course. This is going to be a good one, I think, with you guys all on here. And now Southampton are on the move as well now. Oh, it's a shot. Oh, brilliant save from Onana. That was swinging towards the top corner there from Dibbling. And Onana had to go full stretch to get to it. And Southampton's still on the move here, floating around the edge of the Man United area. And it looks like it's maybe being dealt with now. Xerxes trying to push it out, but Southampton keep possession, and that's going to get them and get their fans up and making some noise. Christian, you're right. You're 100% right. I know a little bit of Spanish, but there's a lot more that I should know. I can't say I speak it, but I just know a lot of words and understand some stuff. Marley, Man City are going to get relegated. Let's be honest, their trial is next week. Imagine if this season, if they kicked Man City out of the league this season, and there were 19 teams, for example, that'd be amazing. And would Arsenal still win the league? Because actually, the way Liverpool are playing, I think Liverpool could pip Arsenal to the league if there was no Man City. I think Liverpool might be currently my new favourites. Even if you do get back up to the Prem. It's very true, Kate. But that's if you keep all your players. Because who's going to want to stay? Would Kevin De Bruyne play in the Championship? Probably not. I don't think many would. You haven't really got many. I mean, Phil Foden's probably the only homegrown talent that would probably stick with you. Oh, wow. Jesus. Jasper, you're going crazy. Did you just win the lottery? All these gifts. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the gifts and the likes and the subscription. You're going hard. Oscar Bob, yeah, true. He would probably say. Right, back to the game. Dibbling for Southampton. And you can hear it, actually. The commentator is completely correct that the youngster, 18-year-old Tyler Dibbling, his one run and that shot that was kept out by Onana has changed the atmosphere at St. Mary's. And I think Southampton, they might smell a bit of blood in the water here against Man United. This is a United side that really struggled away from home last season. And they brought that form into this season too. Southampton could pull off something, and it wouldn't be as surprising, the fact that it's United on the road. United lost 8 games away last season, and don't forget they had 19. So almost 50% of their games on the road last season, they lost. They had 3 draws and they won 8. So it's very possible that United are beatable here. Good ball forward. Archer's going to try and get there before Onana. Onana just about got there. If he got a touch, then a penalty would have been very likely. But look at this. It was good play from Tyler Dibbling. Cuts inside, tries to curl it towards the top corner, and Onana he did a really good job of getting to it. Footy Edits, thank you so much. I really appreciate all your help. Thanks for jumping on. HW, another one of the OGs is back here to maybe replace you with the likes. So Footy Edits, appreciate you coming back on. Appreciate you changing your name for me from that last show that we did. Have a great rest of your weekend and catch up again. We'll see you again on here, hopefully sometime soon. Ericsson brought down free kick for Man United. Marley, you destroyed Man United. Yes, you did. You absolutely destroyed Man United. It was, I think it was shocking. I think it's fair to say shocking. First big test, and to do that against, in fairness, a side that really only get up for the big games anyway. It was very surprising to me. Whenever I go live, you have to do something. Listen, say less. You've given so much time and effort and energy into my lives in the past. Like, it's absolutely you. It's just what happens, isn't it? You got to live your life. But I appreciate you jumping on. And yeah, we'll hopefully do another one again. Hopefully, I'll catch you on another one soon. I'll most likely be doing the early kickoff next week as well. Thank you so much for the likes. Kay, thank you for sharing. Marley, thank you for liking. Christian, love listening to me at the gym for some reason. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Yeah, let me actually commentate for you guys and tell you what the hell is happening in this game. Southampton have 54% of possession. United have 46. It is 11 minutes in. Completely forgot I was live on YouTube. Thank God there's no one on there. It is still 0-0 between Southampton and United. United looking to counter here. Ahmed Diallo's pass is intercepted, and it's been nicely played and kept in play by Kyle Walker-Peters. Archer trying to find a way into the area, and De Ligt was strong and did a really good job of getting there and stopping that attack. Mazraoui gives it away, though. Leslie Ugochukwu, he's able to run through here. Now Archer goes for the shot, blocked by Ericsson. It's all Southampton so far. Bruno Fernandes beaten in the air. Diogo Dalot has to get it clear. He's playing left back today in place of Luke Shaw once more. Jack Stevens, the captain, plays it out wide. Sugawara. And Downs has won a free kick for Southampton. Oh, no, actually, I think he's given a throw away. Will I commentate City versus Arsenal? I think it's on a Sunday, and I've been struggling with Sundays because I've started picking up some other things to do on a Sunday, more hobbies and stuff. But I feel like that's one I can't miss. So yeah, there's a very strong chance I'll commentate City versus Arsenal. Naira, great to have you on. I hope you're doing well. I'm very well, thank you. And let me know how you've been and what's good with you. HW, thanks for the likes. Kay, thanks for the likes. Marley, thanks for the likes. We're going to be on 10K in the next 5-10 minutes, which is amazing. So I really appreciate that. You guys are helping me out more than you know when you do that. So thank you very much. Bruno Fernandes brought down, no free kick given. Brereton Diaz for Southampton. Trying to find a way to Archer. Here he is. Archer back to Brereton Diaz. There's no one in the box for him to choose from, so he's having to try and just hold the play up a little bit. United looking very uncomfortable with the pressure that Southampton are putting them under. And I'll tell you what, I mean, Ten Hag, for everything, all the excuses and all of the maybe potentially strong comments from fans and comments from pundits, there's nowhere to hide if you lose this game, I don't feel. This is one that they can't really... I don't think there'll be many excuses he'll be able to give if they lose to Southampton today. So he's probably praying that Man United turn this around. So Naira, you've been good. You're waiting for the Leicester game. What are your thoughts? Do you think you're going to get something out of your game today? Is it today or tomorrow? Jasper, thank you for more gifts. What is happening, Jasper? What is going on with all these gifts? Have you just hit the lottery and you really want to just buy me loads of shit, which I appreciate, but what's happened? Can I do the North London derby? That's tomorrow, right, Marley? I don't think I can, but I might. I need to figure it out. I don't know if I've got enough time to do the notes for it. I've got a lot going on this weekend, which, yeah, it's not right. I need to maybe just do it. Oh, beautiful through ball there. United on the attack themselves now. Ahmed Diallo going to have a run at Kyle Walker-Peters. Cuts inside easily. Ahmed Diallo plays it back. Ericsson. Oh, Xerxes! Oh! Good save from Ramsdale. That was a big chance. About 5 yards out, and Xerxes stretches for it. Gets the prod that he needs. But he didn't get enough connection on it, and Ramsdale bundled himself to the ground and managed to deny it from crossing the line. Ericsson plays a beautiful through ball. I don't know how on earth Ericsson saw that ball. Through about 6 Southampton players who all stood like statues. The only person who moved was Joshua Xerxes, and he gets his studs on the ball, but he just needed a little bit more to take it over the keeper or to force it under him. That was a good chance for Man United, and really great pass from Christian Eriksen that deserved a finish at the end of it. And I wonder if that's going to change the tide of the game now. Can Man United get into the game? Because it's been a tough 15 minutes for them at St. Mary's. 10K, yes. I mean 11K. You mean K? 11K, Christian. You're right. You guys are flying. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. Fairs, if you end up watching, you'll join. Yes. Okay, Marley. Well, if I do jump on, of course, I'll do the preview video to let you all know that I'm doing it. I will try to do it. I'm mentally building a TV set for my dad. I don't know. I'm sure I can figure it out. But United on the move again here. Amad Diallo cuts inside again. He's waiting for options. He's found Diogo Dallo on the other side of the area. Now here's Marcus Rashford. Oh, Dallo carried on his run. Diogo Dallo cleared away by the captain, Jack Stevens, and it's gone out for a corner to Manchester United again. United are starting to turn it up here. What notes do I do for the live HW? I do, hang on, this one. This one is 12 pages worth of notes on Southampton Man United. And it's everything from, let me go from the top. Who the referees are, capacity of the stadium, record signings for each team, league positions last year, league positions currently, home record, away record for this and last season. I'll go through more in a moment. Let's just see how this corner goes with Christian Eriksen into the 6-yard box, headed away by Shigawa. Oh, and hit on the volley by Mazraoui. Caught it nicely, but a little bit too central. Easy catch for Ramsdale. Wouldn't have expected Mazraoui to try and hit it from the edge of the area on a volley, but he did, and he hit it quite cleanly. Caught it nicely. Okay, HW, let me continue. So, form, the last 4 or 5 games. Of course, this season's still early, so the last 4 games, including cup games, the next 5 fixtures, the head-to-head record between the teams, stats on and comments about each manager, where they've been before, how they did in each of those jobs. Top scorers this season, top scorers last season, record between the managers, if they've ever played each other before, which of course Russell Martin and Erik ten Hag have not, unfortunately. But top scorers this season, last season, top assist makers this season, last season. And then it gets crazy because that's when I start getting into all of the stats on this season. So we're talking, in comparison to the rest of the league, players who have had the most clean sheets, most appearances, most minutes played, yellow cards, red cards, passes, touches, shots, hits the woodwork, big chances missed, offsides, tackles. It's honestly a lot. Then any injuries, suspensions, any players who have played for both sides, which of course these two have a few, not a huge amount, but Luke Shaw, for example, former Southampton man, currently at Man United. And then you've got fairly recently Morgan Schneiderlin. And then if we start bringing it back to the 90s, then you've got Andre Kanchelskis, who only had 1 appearance for Southampton, but 3 seasons at United. Mark Hughes, Joe Rothwell as well. Oh, chance here for Southampton. Can they finish? Oh, it's just the wrong pass. That was a chance there. Carl Walker-Peters did a great job. And now long ball forward, Diallo. He's got the pace, but Hugo Chokwu got caught up to him. And what a ball from Diallo. Bruno Fernandes is in on the counter. Absolutely sliced the shot. And he's confident it should have been a corner. The referee says no, and it's gone out for a goal kick. It's kind of hard to imagine how Bruno could have hit it so poorly if it wasn't deflected. Stuart Atwell doesn't agree. Carl Walker-Peters on a great run to the byline, plays it back, but there was no one there. Mazraoui picks it up, sends a long ball for Diallo. Diallo holds it up and then just feeds in a wonderful run from Bruno Fernandes. And you've got a couple of very determined Southampton players in Jack Stevens and Flynn Downs who have managed to keep up with him. And then the shot ultimately skews wide. Both teams have been terrible. Do I do that before every game I commentate on? Yes, I do, HW. And the only things that I didn't finish off with mentioning, by the way, were so players and comment, and then press conferences, anything that the managers have said coming into the game, which usually happens a couple of days before, and then any player comments. So then I'll go through every single player that has starting or is starting and every player that is on the bench. And I'll have some notes on nationality, age, where they grew up, who they signed from, or if they've come through the academy, and then info on this season, last season, and overall in the Premier League. So how many games they've played, how many goals they've scored or conceded if they're a keeper, how many clean sheets, how many yellows, red cards, and overall for the Premier League. Okay, so like So hopefully, if someone hits their 200th goal ever for a club or for the Premier League, then I'll be able to mention, oh, that's their 200th goal, you know? But that's based on every single player who's starting and on the bench. So it's quite a lot. You guys are amazing. I'm reading these new comments. Yes, you've smashed it. We're on almost 16K, so thank you very much for this. And I mean, if you got me to 20K, that'd be amazing. 50K, I don't even know what I would do. And don't even mention 100K. It's beautiful to see Man City and Liverpool working so well together in Marley and Kay. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys are doing to contribute to these likes. And yeah, we're on 16.1K and you guys are killing it. HW, you're killing it. You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much. Genuinely appreciate it. I think we might be on course to break a record here, at least my records anyway. Mr. G-Pack, thank you very much for following. Greatly appreciate you jumping on. Christian, thank you for the likes. Ove Plays, thank you for the likes. I really appreciate all of you guys smashing that like button. And I do believe it does mean anyone who's looking for sports, anyone's looking for football, then when they search on lives and they catch this algorithm, then I'm higher up on it. So thank you very much for that. Carl Walker-Peters, who's been a problem for United. Good ball into the 6-yard box. No one in a red and white shirt gambled on the ball. And Onana was able to come and collect very easily. 21 minutes in, barely said a word about the game, but it's still 0-0. Kobbie Mainoo, Christian Eriksen, who already feels like he's offering something different to Casemiro. That through ball for Joshua Zirkzee was a really good one. It was just a little too far ahead of him. Here's Kobbie Mainoo. Pass intercepted by Hugo Chokwu. And Southampton come away with possession. That was a beautiful little dummy there by Mateus Fernandes. And Southampton on the move, Brereton Diaz, but Lisandro Martinez wasting no time. Absolutely put his foot right through it and sends it out deep into the Southampton half. Walker-Peters. Jan Bednarek, who was unfortunate enough to get an own goal when United beat Southampton 9-0. Nathan, thank you very much for the follow and thank you for the likes. Chance for Southampton. Oh, miscommunication from United and the ball in, and De Ligt had to get rid of it. It was almost going in itself there, but not quite sure what happened. Sugawara seemed to take advantage of a miscommunication between Diogo Dalot and Lisandro Martinez, because Martinez wasn't coming for it, and Dalot thought he was, and he shoots, and it looks like it might have been curling in. De Ligt does a really good job of hooking that away. Defensive frailties at Manchester United continue. Luckily for them, it hasn't been punished on this occasion. De Ligt, Zirkzee fighting for it in the air. Southampton get rid of it. They've actually sent it all the way back home to their keeper, Aaron Ramsdale, who came back in finally in the first team 2 weeks ago and was unfortunate enough for that to be against Brentford in a game where Southampton were just so far from at their best, giving away cheap goals, giving away big opportunities. But right now, Southampton look $1 million. They're able to play their football today. Flynn Downs. Sugawara with all the space in the world. Hooks the ball towards the 6-yard box. Mazraoui just about manages to shield the ball away from Brereton Diaz, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. They look so good. Southampton, it's more like the side that would have been promoted from the Championship last season, because United are giving them time on the ball. Sugawara there, he took a minute, looked up, picked out a pass, but there was no one around him. He could have taken 5 minutes, I think, to pick out that pass. Ransom note. You had a girlfriend, you still kind of have what we had a place to stay. We don't anymore, all your fault. Oh, sorry to hear, mate. Not quite sure what else I've missed in conversation, but I'm sorry to hear that. HW, isn't it? Plus, you're a massive alcoholic. You can't over with nowhere to turn. Yeah. Sorry, Ransom. No. Things get better. Just stick with it. Just keep plugging away. Life. There's puts Mainoo in a tricky situation in the middle of the park, and Mainoo does a good job to win the free kick. Bruno probably should not have played that pass into Mainoo. I'm not quite sure what's happening there. So Mainoo goes down, and then he puts his hand on the ball, and I think he's been booked for handball in it because he thought he was going to get a free kick. Mainu not having the same success so far this season as he did last season. He's been caught giving the ball away a couple of times in this game. Do you feel like Bruno Fernandes put him in jail there with that pass, though? Oh, that was a really good coffee. You guys, man, all being so nice. It's really sweet to see you all trying to help Ransom, though. Aaron Ramsdale chips it into the middle of the park. Flick-on wasn't the best. De Ligt got his head on it. Ericsson couldn't reach it, though, and Southampton go on the move again. Dibbling from Flynn Downs. Here's Tyler Dibbling, wants to have a run at Dalot. Rashford's come back to support Dalot. Oh, and Dibbling just about gets around him and is brought down and wins a free kick right by the corner flag. The youngster Tyler Dibbling is doing a great job. Just that extra touch. He looks like he's going nowhere. And then it's almost like the inexperience of youth worked in his favour. He just went, you know what? I'm still going to keep trying to go forward. I just really want to get the ball in. And he takes this extra touch, gets around Dalot, who has to bring him down. 27 minutes in, Southampton looking the better side of the two in today's early kickoff. Southampton is still without a point this season. They'll be desperate to get themselves one. Almost 20k. You're right, Kay. We are on 19.3 thousand likes. You guys are doing an amazing job. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Maybe I slowed down because it's a long time to be hitting that like button, but I appreciate everything you guys have done already. And oh, Ugo Chokwu almost heads home from 6 yards. Ball into the box from the free kick. And he's unmarked. I'm not sure who was looking after him. I think it could have been Mazraoui. Big chance. Should be 1-0. Sorry to hear that Leeds are 1-0 down, Jasper. The pace of this game down. It's not worked well for them so far at the pace that it has been. Southampton have been really good at exploiting all of the attack, all the options that they could with United. They just play a couple of passes, space opens up, and there'll be a couple of runners in there. And they're pressing United as well now. Kobbie Mainoo. It wasn't letting you like that. To be fair, it only makes sense that at some point TikTok doesn't let you do it anymore because you guys have hit that like button. HW, you say 20k minus 19.5. Oh, Amad Diallo has a shot and it's blocked, and he's claiming, I think, for a penalty. I think he thought it was a hand that blocked it. English people have it easy. Norway, you have to learn 3 written languages and another language. What are those languages? Agreed, HW. I'm the exact same. But you know what? I wish I learned another language. So, successful passes in the Premier League this season. Southampton have more than anyone else, including Man City, which I think is absolutely insane. It just means can they turn that into something? Can they, with all that possession, can they find a way through a side and get a couple of goals? And they should be really trying to work to take advantage of the fact they've dominated. Well, not dominated, but they've played better than United in these first 30 minutes. And to not have a goal to your name out of that is really worrying in the Premier League. Shigawara. Tyler Dibley going to take on Dalot. Gets round him again. Oh, Dalot slides in. That's got to be a penalty. Southampton have won a penalty through Tyler Dibley, the 18-year-old, on his debut. And he's been brought down by Diogo Dalot in a moment of inexperience by Dalot. What a strange decision that was from Dalot. And brilliance, fearlessness from Tyler Dibbling. He takes a step around Dalot. Dalot slides in for the ball, doesn't get it at the same time as Dibbling just takes that second touch. Dibbling got there first. The slide happens. It could have been outside the area, but he does not touch the ball for sure, Dalot. He does take him down for sure. The only question is where it's right on the edge of the area. Is it a penalty? Looks like a penalty to me. Yes, Kay, I believe Southampton have a penalty. It's in the box, so yeah, and it was a definite foul. There was no doubt about whether it was a foul. It was only a doubt as to whether it was a penalty. The penalty's been given. officially, including VAR, who have agreed it. Now, I wonder what's going to happen. Can Onana save United? Or can Cameron Archer, former Sheffield United player of last season, well, he was on loan from Villa, can he put Southampton ahead and get Southampton's second goal of the season? Kay, thank you so much for all of what you've done today. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you on again soon. Have a lovely weekend, and yeah, hopefully catch you on again. Thanks for all of your likes and your chat. Cameron Archer for Southampton, 30 minutes in. It'll be nothing less than what Southampton deserve to take the lead. They've played so much better than Man United. And Tyler Dibbling, what a fantastic moment this is for him to have earned Southampton a penalty, especially if Archer can put it away and if Southampton can take the lead. Archer only got 4 goals last season from 30 appearances. He can have 25% of last season's record if he puts this past Onana now. Cameron Archer! Oh, saved it! And he heads it straight back into the hands of Onana. Andre Onana is the hero. He went to Onana's left, didn't get enough power behind it. It was low, and Onana made that look fairly easy. He got a hand to it. It came straight back out to Archer, but in the air, it was over him the whole time. Archer tries to head it, but he couldn't get the power behind it, and he heads it kind of easily for Onana to catch it. Big chance for Southampton. And it's those moments that you think about when you're in the relegation battle, if only. With all the domination Southampton have had, and to miss a penalty, wow. And Man United they seem a bit galvanised. They're pressing a little bit higher, and they've won the ball at the halfway line now. Lisandro Martinez will pick it up. HW, yeah. I mean, I did not have that feeling. I thought Southampton were going to score. And wow. What a chance. Onana. Mazraoui. If this could very well change the game. It could force Man United to change the way they're playing. Matthias de Ligt. Lisandro Martinez. United playing the ball around comfortably. Diogo Dalot gets around Tyler Dibbling. Now here's Marcus Rashford. Touches on to Joshua Zirkzee. Rashford's carried it on his run. He's sprinting here. Nice 1-2 again. Joshua Zirkzee! Oh, big save from Aaron Ramsdale. Just about got a hand on it. Great play from Rashford and Zirkzee, who look like they're starting to link up nicely there. It's 2-1-2s in general. Zirkzee travelled with the ball first, touches onto Rashford, who was sprinting and given a good option. And then as soon as the ball was played to him, he just nudges it straight back into the path of Zirkzee. It was a beautiful pass from Rashford, and Zirkzee steadied himself, hit it low, hit it accurate. It was going into the corner. Big save from Aaron Ramsdale. Bruh, it's still 0-0 between Southampton and Manchester United. Southampton have just missed a penalty through Cameron Archer, won by their 18-year-old debutant, Tyler Dibbling. But Man United have a corner. Christian Eriksen takes it short. Bruno Fernandes looking to get the ball into the box himself. It's deep. It's at the back post. It's a header. It's 1-0 to Manchester United. And that is how simple it happens in the Premier League. Matthias de Ligt gets his first goal for Manchester United. And you have to say that the brilliance of that ball from Bruno Fernandes. Because that cross into the box from Bruno Fernandes, there was only going to be a Man United player who got his head on it. I don't know what happened with the Southampton team, whether they tried to play an offside trap or not, but they looked like there was no one with a red and white striped shirt in sight. Bruno Fernandes hooks it into the box. He dummies, maybe playing it back to Christian Eriksen. But I think Walker Peters, he just narrowed the angle a little bit too well. Southampton got everyone out. They were trying an offside trap, but I think it could be the captain there. Jack Stevens was the only person who wasn't out of about 10 yards out. He was about 7 or 8. And United had about 3 or 4 players that would have been offside if Stevens was in line with the rest of the team. But he played them all on. And de Ligt got there first and heads it home. Zirkzee was waiting behind him. I believe Rashford was behind him too. But Matthias de Ligt, perfect header, no chance for Ramsdale. And in the blink of an eye, Southampton, who had a penalty and all was going well, they were dominating the game, and they find themselves 1-0 down. Welcome to the Premier League. Got to take your chances. As much as it's easy to say, being given a penalty is as big a chance you're going to get, and to miss that when you're completely controlling the game against a side, Man United were doing nothing. They had no attack coming whatsoever. The penalty happens, they have one shot, good save, and before you know it, Manchester United find themselves heading home and celebrating a 1-0 lead. Football's a crazy sport. Reese, thank you very much for jumping on and for the follow. How are you doing? Thank you. Christian, you're right. Well, mine says 19.9K, but we're close. Skibbity Toilet, yo, hope you're doing well. Tom, the Tank Engine, thanks for the likes. Skibbity Toilet, thanks for the follow. Dean, talking to Christian about literacy. I think you guys still talking about languages, which is beautiful to see. Love you guys getting a chat going in the comments. That 20K has now happened on my side. Thank you guys so much. 20,000 likes before halftime. That's quite something. And I think if we were to find our way, if we were able to keep pace and get another 20K before the end of the game, that would be a record for me for sure. Ericsson, Bruno Fernandes on the volley hooks it away, and Amad Diallo has to trek back to win it back. I wonder if Man United can do much to end this game as a contest themselves and get a second goal. Southampton, with all that possession, find themselves 1-0 down. Oh, Mazraoui does really well to pick up the ball. Rashford does get it back again. Amad Diallo, Kobbie Mainoo, Bruno Fernandes loses the ball, and Southampton will try and play it out of their defence now. Good play, and Joshua Zirkzee brought his man down. It was Mateus Fernandes. Lisandro Martinez. Oh, beautiful nutmeg from Zirkzee, and then a stunning ball from Zirkzee. Amad Diallo. He's going to have a run at Walker Peters. Steps away from Ugo Chukwu. Here's Bruno Fernandes in space, in the area. Bruno Fernandes. Shot is blocked. Big chance for Man United. Bruno Fernandes again in the area. Trying to invite a challenge. Tries to find his way through to Captain Stevens, who wasn't to be beaten. Tyler Dibbling back inside to Sugawara. And Southampton have all the time in the world to play out from the back now. Brilliant game to be commentating so far. With the underdog destroying the favourites early on. Nothing to come from it. Having a penalty. Having it saved by Andre Onana. And the Man United find themselves 1-0 up. But you feel like absolutely anything could happen from this point onwards. There's Ugo Chukwu. Sugawara. Stevens. Southampton playing the ball up to the halfway line. Good ball forward. Tons of space here for Mateus Fernandes. Oh, he squares onto the edge of the area. Downs, he slips at the wrong time. He just got the ball on the edge of the area. Time and space to do something with it, and he slips. And United on the counter here. It's 3-on-3. Rashford to Diallo. Rashford's carried on his run, and here he is. He gets in behind Walker Peters. Marcus Rashford. Great save from Aaron Ramsdale. That should be 2. Big chance for Manchester United. Great game. Great game. Here at St. Mary's, you feel like on any attack, either team could score. Rashford got in behind Walker Peters, tries to blast it through Aaron Ramsdale on his right foot. It's a big save from Ramsdale. You actually find that Rashford was on the right-hand side there as opposed to his favoured left. Really good play between him and Diallo. Tom the Tank Engine, thank you very much for syncing up and for just signing in from Melbourne, Australia. That's amazing. Thanks for the follow as well. I hope you're doing well. Yes, if anyone does want to sync up, I'm on 40 minutes 35 seconds as of now. Ball into the area from the corner. De Ligt couldn't get to it. It's come all the way through to Amad Diallo, who plays it to Rashford on the edge of the area. Rashford shoots. Oh, it's 2. It went all the way through the crowd, and Marcus Rashford has made it 2-0. And boy, did he need that goal. Last goal was in March. And Marcus Rashford, who's the critics' favourite person to talk about, has managed to put Man United 2-0 up from a shot that I don't think he even knew was going to go in. It's actually a perfect hit. So Diallo picks up the loose ball from the corner, plays it inside to Rashford, who takes a step, so casual with it. I don't think it's almost like he didn't know he was going to shoot and it could have gone in. It's like he was expecting someone to need a touch on it. Doesn't even look up, just knows where the goal is. De Ligt steps out of the way. Ramsdale sees it so late and it just creeps in to the bottom corner. And Manchester United find themselves 2-0 up, and he's repaid the favour from Erik ten Hag of putting him in when Garnacho is trying to find his way into the side again as well. Southampton 0, Manchester United 2 at St Mary's. And it feels like a million miles away from the point where Southampton were dominating and had the penalty, and you thought they were the side who could be in this position with 5 minutes until half-time. I do say again, this is a tie that in recent years has brought a lot more draws and close games than it's brought around clear victors. But Xerxes to Fernandez. His shot has been blocked, and United have a third corner in about 5 minutes here, and they're starting to really flow Erik ten Hag's boys, and this is big again for his side. They really need this. A side that really struggle away from home, lost at Brighton, lost 8 of their 19 away games last season. A win today could really help them out, even though it's a newly promoted side. Amad Diallo is going to take this corner. In Southampton, for them, it might be damage control and just trying to get in at half-time, 2-0 down. Amad Diallo. De Ligt is in there, headed away by Bednarek. It's come out to Mazraoui. Clips a beautiful ball in. They're queuing up. Played along. De Ligt. Oh, Ramsdale with a big save. Of all the players, you wouldn't want it to go to De Ligt there. But United had, again, players queuing up. Southampton trying so hard to make this offside trap work. They've been caught once and they almost got caught again. It's a beautiful ball in from Mazraoui. And look at this chance. It's Dalot who plays it in for De Ligt, but behind him was Diallo. Xerxes was there nearby. De Ligt was just the wrong person for it to fall to, with it being on the ground as opposed to being in the air. Xerxes. Southampton can't touch the ball anymore. Eriksen. Dallow's pass intercepted by Tyler Dibbling, and then Dallow's brought him down again. Free kick for Southampton. Prince, the game right now is Southampton versus Manchester United. It's Southampton 0, Manchester United 2. Goals from Matthias de Ligt and Marcus Rashford after Cameron Archer's penalty was saved by Andre Onana. Dean, thank you very much for the likes. Really, really appreciate it, mate. Good to have you on. And thanks for all the interactions that I've seen you having so far. I should have said England versus Brazil. Yeah, I should have written England versus Brazil as a description. It might have got more than 6 people on here. But moments until half-time. Dalot, Mainu takes it down his chest nicely. He's brought down. That's a free kick for Man United inside their own half. And again, it seems like all the fortunes have changed and Southampton can't seem to put a foot right. Russell Martin's going to have a lot of thinking to have to do in a very short period of time, the next 4 minutes, in deciding how Southampton should go about this second half. It's Andre Martinez. Matthias de Ligt steps away from Archer.
Combination with the Premier League and the boxing is going to be fantastic next week. And I know we've concentrated a lot here on Southampton.
Russell Martin said in the press conference before this game that Southampton have learnt a lot from those losses earlier in the season. And that they're really close to being where they want to be and who they want to be, which is quite a beautiful thing to say, but maybe this isn't the right fixture to have to test that out. I will say though, Southampton's next few fixtures after today are very, very telling for how this season could go for them. They're going to be away to Everton, and that is in the Carabao Cup. But the confidence and the mood change from a game against a side who could be in a relegation battle with them could be big. Beating Everton could be a huge marker on how their season could go before they host Ipswich in what is 100% a must-win, especially being at home against a side in a similar situation to them. Then they go to Bournemouth away from home at the end of the month. So that'll be a tough test, but one that maybe they could envisage getting a couple of points from. They then play away to Arsenal on the 5th of October before they host Leicester. Again, another game that has to be, for them, a must-win, being at home against another newly promoted side. I think they'll feel if they can't get those wins or at least a point at home to Leicester and or Ipswich, their fate could be sealed, really. Man United fan 10, thank you very much for the follow. Greatly appreciate it, Dean. Thanks for the likes still. Really appreciate it. Andre Onana, heavy first touch. Almost invited Archer to pickpocket him. Didn't work out. Dallo, Christian Eriksen. Man United, conversely, will have, again, a number of games that I think they'll feel they should be able to do quite well in. They've got Barnsley in the Carabao Cup. They've actually got 3 competitions going in the next couple of weeks. So Barnsley in the Carabao Cup at Old Trafford. Crystal Palace away from home, which historically hasn't been a great game for them in recent years. But De Ligt plays a long ball, which Diallo's going to chase. Ramsdale comes rushing out and has to knock it out for a throw. The United away to Palace, and then they have a couple of their Europa League games taking place. So FC Twente on the 25th of September. Spurs away on the 29th of September. Sorry, at home on the 29th of September. That's a big game for them before they go to Portugal to take on FC Porto. Dean, you're the number 3 member on my team. Thank you very much for the heart. Really appreciate that as well. Loving the gifts I've picked up today, guys. Diogo Dallo. Man United happy to just ease the game out till half time, it seems. I'm going to take that 2-goal cushion in. One that they, again, you probably feel they haven't really earned with play on the ball. Though since scoring that first goal, it has been all Manchester United, to be fair. Kobbie Mainoo switches the ball across to the right-hand side where he's found Amad Diallo. No intention at all of attacking as we're easing out the end of the first half. United just having Southampton chase some shadows until the half-time whistle is blown, and it now has been. Southampton will feel that luck has not been on their side because they were playing really well. They had some good chances. They had a penalty won by the 18-year-old Tyler Dibbling having his debut, and he's been causing Dallo some issues on that near side, but he just wasn't able to get anything done other than being brought down and earning a penalty. He actually had a shot that was really well saved by Onana within the first 10 minutes. Christian, enjoy your Saturday. Thank you very much for jumping on. Thanks for the messages. Thanks for the interactions and the likes too. And enjoy mowing that lawn. But yeah, Tyler Dibbling was having a great first half. Won a penalty. Archer had it saved. And from that point onwards, the game turned because United turned it on. Goals from De Ligt, goals from Rashford. United find themselves 2-0 up at half-time. Right. So what other games do we have this weekend? Because I have not seen them all. Let's see how we think this league is going to be looking by the end of this weekend. So, Brighton versus Ipswich. Game I think Brighton will feel quite comfortable in playing at home as well. Crystal Palace versus Leicester. That's an interesting game. Again, I think Crystal Palace will fancy themselves, but Leicester will fancy playing Crystal Palace. Might right now where they've not had the best start to the season, Palace. Fulham versus West Ham, that's a game where I think anything could happen because West Ham haven't had the best start either. But Fulham at home as well, that could be a good one. Dean, ciao. Thank you very much for jumping on. Really appreciate it. Enjoy your food and catch you soon. Liverpool versus Forest, Man City versus Brentford, Villa versus Everton, Bournemouth versus Chelsea. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. And hopefully catch you on for another one. I will be definitely back next week for the 12:30. So if you're on again, I'll see you then. Do I think Leicester will win today? I don't think they'll win. No. I think they could get a point, though. It'll be impressive if they do win. But I wouldn't bank on it happening, to be fair. But let's see. Only time will tell. I think Palace, they haven't been playing terrible. So I wouldn't be surprised if they can just use this as their springboard to get their season going. Plus they're at home. Yeah, I'd probably say Palace will win that one, to be fair. But, there's going to be a point where Leicester, Ipswich and Southampton pick up some points and surprise some teams. So maybe this is one where it happens. But what do you think, Ty? Do you think they could win? Dean Jordan, I think it's only Southgate. What do you mean by that? Sorry, Dean. Ty, you think you'll draw, but then you'll win a lot more against like Everton at home. I agree. I see with teams like Leicester, Southampton, and Ipswich, I would expect your points to be coming at home against each other. But then again, that's us just basing it on the fact that you're new to the league and not everyone comes up and gets relegated the same season. And I know last year it happened, but for the most part, that doesn't happen. There was a point where Southampton, Leeds and Leicester 2 years ago got relegated, but none of them came up the year before. They'd all been in the league for a little while. So all of those newly promoted teams, they found a way. And it's possible that you three could as well. The start to the season has not been that great for you three, but this is one of those games. Away to Palace is one of those games where something could happen. Ipswich at Brighton, I don't think it has the same feel. I think Brighton are just stronger than even Palace. So I think that Brighton are more likely to beat Ipswich than Palace are to beat Leicester. And Southampton at home to Man United. I mean, I thought this could be one of those games. I thought Southampton could do something at home to Manchester United, mainly because Manchester United away from home are not very strong, but it hasn't worked out that way so far. Anything can happen. They still could get something done, but I wouldn't really be banking on that today. Southampton to win now or get a point. Dean, so UFC stream later and a Man United win. Hopefully a good Saturday. It sounds like it'll be a great Saturday for you if that happens. Am I watching the fights later? I don't think I'm going to watch or commentate the fights later, mainly because first I'm going out tonight. But secondly, I've got to be up early. I'm doing a tennis course. I'm doing beginners tennis classes that start at 8 a.m. So, UFC not actually starting at 3 a.m. But let me make sure that's the case. I think it is, but if it starts at 3 a.m. UK time, it would be a really stupid decision for me to commentate or watch the fights, finishing at 6 or so, and then having to be up at 7 to get ready for 8 to leave, and then be at tennis at 9. But we'll see. I am sometimes really stupid, so it's quite possible that I could just decide I want to do that because I just want to see this UFC Noche thing. So let's see. Yes, we have. Jack, thank you very much for liking and getting me there. Thank you for joining through Kay. That also means a lot because Kay is a little legend. I appreciate that little OG. But yes, we're at 22,000 likes. Anyone who's contributed, anyone who is contributing, anyone who wants to continue contributing, you are all amazing. Thank you very much. Eli, thank you so much for the likes. I know you've been doing it a lot as well. 22,000 likes by half time is insane. I'm not expecting that to continue in the same way until the end of the game. But just to note that if I did end up with another 22,000 likes, that would be my personal best on the most amount of likes I've ever had on a stream. So I really appreciate this. It's definitely the most I've had in the first half. So you guys are all amazing. Let me just check it. What time is UFC not Jay? Dean, are you going to be watching the fights tonight? Are you watching UFC not Jay? Come on now, tell us what time it is. Okay, yeah, 3 a.m. So it would make no sense for me to watch it live, but we'll see. Jack, is it 1-0 United? Yes, it is. It is. Sorry, it's 2-0 United. Bruno Fernandes with a stunning ball in. Basically, Southampton just got stung with an offside trap that didn't work. Everyone got out. Jack Stevens was the only player that stayed in, and he played on about 4 Man United players on side, and De Ligt headed home. And then the second goal, a cross from a corner, came to Abba Diallo. No one got a touch on the corner. Diallo plays it inside. Rashford, fairly mundane and just chilled, just strikes a shot. De Ligt moves out of the way. It seems like he was blocking Ramsdale, and it goes in off the inside of the post. And Man United find themselves 2-0 up in this game now. So it's been a brilliant first half. Southampton were playing better. They were dominating even. They had a penalty and it got saved, but Manchester United have been in control ever since that penalty got saved. Chelsea not signing De Ligt is criminal. Bro plays like John Terry. Yeah, I think Chelsea have signed enough players to. Yeah, I'm not sure they would have needed to sign someone else. It's a lot of money as well. Man United paid 40 million for Matthias De Ligt. I think it's always been spoken about the way that him and Mazraoui went, I think, together for 60 mil. But yeah, Mazraoui, he was 12.6, whilst De Ligt was 38. So that's 50 mil for the two, which is, in fairness, that's a really good deal, I think. It's really well played by Manchester United. But Chelsea, they've signed a few players themselves, and I don't think Chelsea think we should have signed De Ligt. I think they think they're happy with their signings. De Ligt isn't old by any stretch of the imagination. He's only 25, but he's not the age of the players that Chelsea are signing. They wouldn't have got him and maybe done him on a 9-year contract because he is a little bit older than the kind of players that they'd go for. So, yeah, I don't think there's any real feeling for Chelsea, any ill will from Chelsea thinking, oh, we messed up, we should have got Matthias De Ligt, because I just don't think he fits the profile of what they're looking for. They have centre-backs like Badiashile and Disasi and Tosin. That's true, yeah. And they're not the same caliber. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think they fit into the same mold, I guess. They've not got the same names. But over time, we all talk a lot about Chelsea. There is a clear vision there. Someone has it. Someone has a clear vision for Chelsea. This isn't just... It's a business, right? No one's just going to do all this. They might not explain it to us, but there is a clear vision somewhere that they're saying, we're doing all these players on a 9-year deal. I think they've just done Nicholas Jackson on 9 years as well. I think that broke this week. If you're doing that, you have a vision somewhere. You believe that this is going to come good. They might be wrong, but there is a method to this madness. And we don't know if it's going to be rubbish or not. We just know in the first year, nothing's come out from it that looks very positive. So let's see. Let's see what could happen with that idea. And until... I just don't think they're going to start making wholesale changes on the kind of profile of player that they sign yet. They're still very happy to be signing the younger players, the unknown players, maybe getting them a bit of a name, selling them on for a lot more money because the contract has got another 5-6 years left. But let's see. They need to make some of these players into stars first for this to work. They had poor transfers for you, yeah. The one thing I would say about Chelsea is that they're not signing experienced players at all. are they? And I feel like that would be helpful because you can't just have a bunch of youngsters. You do need some experience in there. I suppose you could maybe argue Joao Felix represents that, but he's not old enough. He's not going to lead your dressing room. He's not got that John Terry attitude. That he's not got that Frank Lampard stature. That Didier Drogba stature. He's just been around a little bit, and he's played for some big teams and he's played with some big players. But Joao Felix isn't really. He's not your experienced player. But yeah, to see. I'm interested by Chelsea. And I'm not as harsh on them as I know everyone else is. Because I just feel like it would almost be too easy for it to go as bad as it seems like it's going. Yeah, I mean, funny enough, you say he's promising. I've not been crazily impressed by Joao Felix ever. Actually, I think he's got a bigger name than his performances back up so far. But only time will tell again if I'm wrong on that. And a good season playing in the Premier League, not on loan. He's already been here before, so he knows how the Premier League is played. He knows how tough it is. I think that we're going to get the best possible Joao Felix this season. And I'm not quite sure if it's going to be worth the name that he's got, but I'm interested to see it. Do I put my heart in my job? Of course I do. Yeah, who doesn't? I put my heart into my job, and I put my heart into this as well. The side gig of commentating for free. Yeah, I think it's the only way to do things. What's the point otherwise? This is my answer. Inactive user. You put your heart in this. Good. So you should, as I do as well. But when you say you put your heart in this, do you mean you put your heart in writing TikTok comments, or do you do something on TikTok as well that you put your heart into? Guys, I'm going to be back in 1 second. I'm going to run to the bathroom, but please feel free to talk amongst yourselves, make friends in these comments, and I'll be back in a very quick second.
Really well, though, had a penalty save from Cameron Archer, and then Man United punished them. Goals from Matthias de Ligt and Marcus Rashford. How hard for Russell Martin to pick his side up after that, Joe?
It's football's cruel. It really is. South, like I said, tactically, technically, they were spot on, aggressive. They were the best side on the pitch for 35 minutes. And two simple mistakes it cost them.
Well, they were out first, ready to go for the second half. The Man United players just on their way now. So let's rejoin our commentary team for the second half. It's back to Lucy Ward and Fez. Back to you, Fletch.
Thank you, the team. Two teams out there for the second half, and neither manager has made a change, Russell Martin or Eric Ten Hag. And there was so much optimism, to echo the point that Lindsay and the guys were making at half time when he stood with the ball in his hand, Cameron Archer. This place was hoping to explode with delirium as Southampton take the lead. He'd never actually taken a senior penalty, and then to stand there and think about it for as long as he did, it certainly had an impact that the hopes started to sink into the solar capital of the league header. And they really have got to dig deep here, Lucy, at the start of this second half to avoid being completely swept away by a Manchester United team who were so confident before the half-time whistle.
Yeah, I mean, it's about responding now. Southampton, obviously, thing to say is they need the next goal, but Manchester United will wait for them because the onus is on Southampton and to overcommit and then hit them on the break, which is what Manchester United are good at. And I think Southampton actually have let Manchester United off the hook by not scoring when they were on top.
His last win against United was Old Trafford in January 2016 when Charlie Austin scored 2 wins in 25 Premier League meetings for them against the day's opposition.
Hey, we are back. So, Southampton Man United Part 2. Marcus Rashford, Joshua Zirkzee got a touch on it, just couldn't really keep it under control. Sugawara wins a throw for Southampton. Can they change the complexion of this game? They're going to need to. So Russell Martin feel a little bit more confident in his tactics and ideas for Southampton. They can't really go in, have 4 games and still be yet to get a point. It would be crazy if that was the case. Sat at the bottom of the table once again, just like they were a couple of years ago.
The away goal in the Premier League was at Manchester City on the 3rd of March. And let's just bring in Joe Cole on the fact he's got one. I mean, how does it change your psyche, Joe, and your confidence when you've been on the
Sorry to Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes hooks it into the middle of the park. Mazraoui gets there first. Didn't get it under control though, and Southampton end up with the ball. Carl Walker-Peters played back by Downs. Marley, thanks for the return. Thank you for liking. I hope you're doing well. Are you, what's the min? We're on 47 and a half, 47.31, 47.32, 47.33, 47.44, 47.35, 47.38. 47 minutes, basically. Jasper and Marley, both on. Oh, big interception from Martinez. Tyler Dibbling almost picked out a run from Cameron Archer again. But United playing it all the way back home to Onana. Has Russell Martin galvanised this side? Let's find out. Still 2-0 Man United, by the way, Marley. Lisandro Martinez finds Christian Eriksen looking for space and then switches the play to Amad Diallo, who's got Bruno Fernandes on his left. Mazraoui sprinting to join him on his right. Here he is. Mazraoui shoots. Oh, just wide. And I think you're going to find a very unhappy Bruno Fernandes who wanted it squared. But it wasn't a bad idea by Mazraoui. He tried to catch Ramsdale out and sneak it into the near post. And he almost did. Just wide. It was a cheeky opportunity, or cheeky attempt by Mazraoui. Oh, I think the referee was going to give a corner and just realised that it was a goal kick. What's the score? Yes, 2-0 Manchester United, and Southampton were dominating. Yes, they were. Southampton were absolutely dominating, but they had a penalty. It was saved. Moments later, Matthias de Ligt put Man United 1-0 up. And it was followed up by Rashford, making it 2 moments later. Southampton in possession. Walker-Peters, de Ligt to a big challenge. Nothing given. And United come away with the ball. Kobbie Mainoo, Joshua Zirkzee, Christian Eriksen. Beautiful turn there. And now here's Fernandes. Christian Eriksen's been good today. Amad Diallo trying to cut inside of Walker-Peters. His pass is intercepted. Ramsdale keeps it in place so it doesn't go out for a corner. Rashford's form has dropped. Yeah, I mean, well, he's got an important goal. And I think that's what the headlines are going to say. I don't think he's had a bad game today. I don't think he's had a good game today. He hasn't. He's scored a goal. And that's ultimately going to be the most important thing for him, just to get his name on a score sheet. He did have a chance earlier that he couldn't find a way past Aaron Ramsdale. But his goal ultimately is a really nice goal as well. It's seemingly probably more of a Ramsdale being caught out than anything. Oh, beautiful play by Flynn Downs. Beautiful little back heel. And now Sugawara is sprinting into the United half. Plays it forward. And that was going to happen here. Free kick to Man United. Matheus Fernandes pulled down Diogo Dalot. And it's a free kick to United. Rashford's form has dropped. Yes, I feel like getting that goal was going to do everything that he could ever want out of it. But United they'll still want more from a performance standpoint. No, Dalot. Man United Premier League history when ahead is that they win all the games, basically. Bruno Fernandes, Eriksen. Here's Rashford. United on the counter again. Marcus Rashford. Can he make it 3? It's deflected and it's just wide. And Rashford now, that confidence is back and he wants to make it 3-0 to Manchester United. He wants his second goal. He's got that hunger. Hit it with power. Jan Bednarek got an important touch to deny him. Rashford wants that second goal of the game. Christian Eriksen is going to take the corner for Man United. I think he's had a good game today, Christian Eriksen. I wonder if he's the right option now ahead of Casemiro. Only time will tell. Ball in towards the 6-yard box. Oh. Ramsdale ends up in his hands, just about. And he's looking for options. Ran into Mainu there. Luckily for him, Matheus Fernandes headed it back into his hands. Matheus Fernandes. Stevens. Bednarek.
Big risk reward sort of style, isn't it? It's great to watch. And if they'd have scored when they did, and ifs and buts, we can talk about that all day, but at some point it has to click, because otherwise the confidence of the players is to do what Russell Martin wants them to do will lower. You know, he insists they keep going. They want to play where they all buy into it, but they have to score goals, and that's the problem. That's been a problem today. It has completely changed the way that the momentum shift of the whole game. This is the penalty and conceding straight after.
Flip downs. It's a lovely goal to get people on that side. He's trying to cause problems for Dallo again. Dallo, what to think about down that side today, Tyler Gidley?
Right, Manchester United, and himself, he needs for those legs at the side of him, helping, particularly against Southampton, who channel everything centrally to start with.
Switch here to Matt Ramsey. Something like 2-on-1 against Walker Peters. Ahmad on the move. Walker Peters with defending to do. Here's Joshua Zirkzee looking to try and dribble his way through, but there's one too many, and then the deflection of Matt Ramsey loops it into Ramsdale's hands. They just weren't going to get it up there, Manchester United.
To commit players forward, which means they're going to take even more risks than they normally do at the back. And when you've got a player like Ahmad, how positive he is on the ball, but then they just flood around the ball, Southampton players, and in the end, still takes it quite clean.
Against their post, I think they're mixing back for Southampton. One thing you can confidently say about the Ligt in the Premier League is you'll really enjoy the physical side of the game in this country.
So he dominates the side of the own box, and I think that's something for what Manchester United.
To Manchester United. Some people forget sometimes that he made his Ajax debut at 17, which is very young for a central defender. He was the captain at 18 and in the Champions League semi-final at 19.
Yeah, and he sees Erik ten Hag as the most important coach in his development. That's massive. That trust between player and manager is massive. I think that hopefully he'll be able to stay fit and just make them a little bit tighter. Manchester United out of possession.
Wasn't a popular decision in the evening when they sold him, which is just worth noting. So Manchester United leading 2-0. De Ligt and Rashford. Big goals in the first half after Archer's penalty had been saved by Onana.
Just lost the energy out there, Southampton, their press.
Finding himself in a forward position. Here's Ahmad.
Ahmad Diallo. Oh, he tried to cut inside. Bit of a mess in the area. Southampton get rid of it. That could have easily been 3-0 Manchester United. Mainu. Bruno Fernandes, now Zirkzee makes a bit of space. Oh, he gets by Walker Peters, plays it across. Couldn't find Rashford. And here's Eriksen. United torturing Southampton on the edge of the area, but Southampton do get it clear. Mateus Fernandes taking it away. He's brought down. It's a free kick. United absolutely torturing Southampton on the edge of their area with the passing and that anxiety just flow through them. They must have thought United were going to score at any point, or at least have a shot at any point.
All the time, and he's low to use to get back on his leg. At this level, you at least got to have the confidence to use that right foot in a situation like that when it's on.
Yeah, I do think he's got technical ability. I mean, he's certainly got the confidence and can certainly find a way. I think he is at that level, and I'd quite like to see him have a run in this team as well. But then you've got Rashford scoring, Garnacho is obviously a real positive. This Manchester United group as well.
Statement from Maiden. Become really comfortable for Manchester United since the second goal went in.
I do think that the Manchester United fans are watching thinking, why can't we score 3? Why can't we score 4? Why can't we just completely dominate? Southampton has lost that bit of energy.
I'm surprised today if we don't see Ugarte. I think we'll certainly see Garnacho soon enough.
Oh, so sorry, Ellie. Elio TWM. What do I think of City point removals? I don't think anything until something happens. I think that it would be too easy for what everyone in the country seems to be calling for it to take place. And United on the attack here. So Bruno Fernandes, big challenge from Jack Stevens, and he's given away a corner. United pushing for a third. That was really good play. Just about got there before Bruno Fernandes and made a big challenge. And let's see what United can do from this corner now. What do I think will happen with City? Elio, I don't think it will happen because they have a good lawyers. I don't think it's about lawyers. I think the precedent that the Premier League had set with what they did with Everton and Forest last season, it's impossible for City to not get seriously punished. Because the whole league, especially Everton and Forest, but the whole league really should lose their minds if that's the case. But it's just a case of unless they can prove that they're innocent. And we need, the whole country needs to be seeing what the proof is. It can't just be a couple of judges. We'd all need to understand why it's not true. And now 115 accusations could be incorrect. Because I think even if 114 are incorrect and one is correct, that punishment has to be big. Because we saw big punishments for Everton and Forest. Diallo, Xerxes. Oh, what a touch. Oh, just a bit too far ahead of him. Stevens gets rid of it. Rashford from distance curls it. Oh, big save from Ramsdale. And United pushing for a third, and Rashford's confidence is flowing. Do I think they'll win the league, though? Well, it depends on what the punishment is. I think that if Man City were docked 6 points in the same way that I think Everton over the course of the season were docked 6 points, I think if Man City were docked 6 points, yes. Because they've started so good this season. When their players are fit, I don't know if anyone's going to take points off them. Here's Bruno Fernandes on his left foot. Shot is blocked by Ben Brereton. Diaz hooks it back into the area. Rashford fighting for it. Ramsdale slides to keep it in play and does. No, the ref says he doesn't. And it's a goal kick. Oh, the United players are unhappy with that. I think they thought it was a corner. Ultimately, I think that Man City will win the league, especially if their punishments come early. Like if they come now while they're top of the league, they can do something about it. And there's a whole season for Arsenal to slip up and for Man City to not. I think as long as Man City know what is required from them to win the league, they can get it done with enough time. Ultimately, I can see Arsenal dropping more points over the course of the season. And the City we're seeing at the start of this season is so strong that it's just impossible for me to get on board with the possibility that they lose a few points this season and don't end up still winning the league. They're just too good. They're just too good. But what do you think? You think they might not win the league, even if they get docked a few points?
It's Maxwell Cornet and Ryan Fraser as well. So Cornet for Uber Chipwood. Fernandez has gone, so Lalana's going to replace him.
And Southampton making wholesale changes now. Hugo Chokwu. It's no good enough.
Diddling is off.
So Adam Lallana now back on the pitch.
Diaz is being taken off as well.
And Southampton's changes have been made.
So that's Uber Chipwood. So Ross Stewart, Maxwell Cornet, and Ryan Fraser. Straight away, Amanda needed to make an instant impact there with Stewart.
Certainly needs something quickly. The subs can just give them that injection of energy, of intensity, a little bit more quality in the final third. Southampton.
It's fascinating here from a Stewart perspective. He only made 4 substitute appearances last season. He cost 10 million when he came from Sunderland. He had a torn Achilles when he came, then he had an hamstring injury on the way back. He's a Scotland international. He's playing in the Premier League today for the first time. So it's a big moment for the number 11. It's gone straight into that centre forward position for Southampton.
It just protect him a little bit in terms of the minutes as he comes back. Because he will be an important player when they get him flying. You can try and get something from him today. Please.
Sugawara need to score the next goal in the match. It's Cornet. Southampton. Downs. Cornet. Number cross there for Manchester United. Now the bench of Lallana.
Ball in, headed away by De Ligt.
The Dutchman might just finish the challenge. Pulling for a foul there. Downs for Southampton.
Xerxes. Rashford on the move. And he's going to attack Jack Stevens. Back inside to Joshua Xerxes. Xerxes plays it inside to Christian Eriksen. On the edge of the area, United playing the ball around again. Here's Masvawi. Christian Eriksen. Sorry, it was actually Matthias De Ligt. Oh, risky pass, and De Ligt ends up winning a throw. And it's a throw for Manchester United as they try to close this game out. But there's still 25 minutes to go. And Southampton, with wholesale changes, these 4 changes could make a bit of a difference if they can get hold of the ball. But ultimately, Southampton have been unable to get touches on the ball since they had that penalty that was saved by Andre Onana. And now Kobe Mainu. Now, better player go down here, Southampton. He's rubbing his ankle. I'm not sure if he's okay. Wonder if Southampton we're going to need to make another change, maybe. No. Seems like they're okay. It was Mateus Fernandes who went down and he's gotten back up, and United are going to be able to proceed with the game again. Matthias de Ligt taking his time. 24 minutes of normal time to go. We are 3/4 of the game, 3/4 of the way through this game. Southampton 0, Manchester United 2. Can Man United see this game out? Can Southampton get their second goal of the season and maybe even a third in order to get their first points of the season? Flynn down sends it back home, and Southampton will start again. And here they go again. Oh, good play from Downs. Mazraoui does well. Diallo, Mazraoui, Mainu wins the throw. Southampton just trying to find a way into this game. Man United doing a good job of not letting them. Mazraoui for Manchester United. Throws it. Mainu, beautiful first touch. If Fernandes can keep it in, and he almost did, but kicking it against the assistant ref. Oh, and Bruno Fernandes kicked it away. And Stuart Atwell gets the card out. Very contentious after last weekend. Oh, Stuart Atwell having a word with Bruno Fernandes. I think Fernandes might be about to get into trouble with. And then just the yellow card for Bruno. It could have been worse. Especially after last week with Declan Rice. I think the referees have maybe had to sit down and make a decision on that. Kicking the ball away. Bruno Fernandes might be evidence of the referee's decisions to stick with what happened with Declan Rice. Walker-Peters didn't get it under control. Mainu to Xerxes to Ericsson. Rashford. Xerxes back to Mainu. This is beautiful football from Man United. Bruno Fernandes out wide to Amad Diallo, who's looking for options. He's had to go backwards to Kobbie Mainu again. Bruno Fernandes, Mazraoui. Southampton have got numbers back, but Manchester United are well in the ascendancy here. They're looking comfortable. There's just over 20 minutes to go. Man United are 2-0 up. Mazraoui cuts inside. Xerxes. Mainu's in space here. Diallo could pick him out, but Diallo goes back to Xerxes. And it's just a possession game now for Man United, who just want to have Southampton chasing shadows, have them tire themselves out, so much so that they've played it all the way back to Andre Onana. 20 minutes left for Southampton to get hold of the ball, something they couldn't get rid of in the first 30 minutes. They were just all over Man United. Bruno Fernandes, Diallo's header doesn't hit the mark and finds Xerxes. It's come back to Mazraoui. This is where United have had so much success on this near side here. Diallo, Fernandes and Xerxes linking up well with Mazraoui. And they need to, well, they don't need to do anything, but they can play the ball around that area if they want to. Lisandro Lopez, Christian Eriksen, Mainu. Back to Eriksen's been fantastic today. His passes have been absolutely fantastic, and he played a nice ball to Mainu again. And now Dallo, Lisandro Martinez. Southampton chasing shadows again. Matthias de Ligt. Mazraoui goes around the outside. He's having to go backwards now as Southampton all have everyone. How much did I pay for this live? Sorry, Kay. What do you mean by pay for this live? What do you mean by pay for this live? Because I'm streaming, so I wouldn't be the one that pays, you know? Get paid a lot to pass a ball. Come on, bro. Perspective. Gets paid a lot to pass a ball. Oh, do you mean in football? Namino. What's up, Jason? Yeah, how you doing, man? Good to have you back on. I hope you're doing well. Are you watching the game? Okay, it came up as an ad. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, yeah, you can pay to promote the live. Sorry, Kay. Yeah. So, how much did I pay? It's about 20 quid in order to get some more eyes on this. So, yes, good to know how it comes up because no one's ever told me before. KD, hey mate, how are you doing? Great to have you on. Please, by all means, if you guys are interested in your football, feel free to join, feel free to follow and stay on for more future football games that are going to be taking place. I'll be commentating as well as mixed martial arts too. Thanks for the likes, Kay. And Southampton trying to get on the move. Oh, Lisandro Martinez with a moment of experience and genius there. Sliding in. Looks like he's going to send it out for a throw. Watches his man chase over him, and he just calmly controls the ball. And Southampton who are getting a moment on possession again, looking to try and find a way to get back into this game. But so far, they're 2-0 down at home to Manchester United. They dominated the first 30 minutes. A penalty was given their way. All was looking rosy until Andre Onana saved the penalty. And since then, Man United have managed to take the lead and double their lead too. Martinez looking a little bit uncomfortable. I think United will be praying he doesn't get injured again. Mateus Fernandes. Martinez does manage to get hold of the ball. Diogo Dalot brought down, and that's a free kick given away by Stewart. Oh, wow. Jason, yeah. Yes, boy. Thank you so much for the roses. I can't believe you just sent me 70. I really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. That's a very lovely thing for you to do. For anyone else who is on here, thank you very much for following as well, Kay. I appreciate that. Thank you for following KD. If you are interested in any way of that sports commentary, please feel free to hit that follow button. If you feel like you're not interested that much in watching more of my sports commentary, but you think I'm nice, feel free to hit the like button as well. It was a really good first half where there was 22,000 likes and everyone seemed to disappear, unfortunately. But anyway, how's the game going? Couldn't watch it because was watching your own team. Fair play. Man United, well, yeah, the first 30 minutes, all Southampton. From that point onwards, United have been in control because a penalty was given to Southampton, which Onana saved. United scored moments later. They doubled their lead moments after that. And they've been in control since then. So, Man United are making changes. Manuel Ugarte is coming on for the first time from Manchester United. Harry Maguire is also coming on, although I believe he's coming from Mazraoui as opposed to Lisandro Martinez, who did seem like he could have been injured. So Maguire is on, and Manuel Ugarte is coming for Christian Eriksen, who started above Casemiro today, and he's been absolutely fantastic so far, Christian Eriksen. I think he's controlled the game, to be honest with you. Jason, yeah, how's the game been that you've been watching? Ugarte making his presence known. So Maguire even making his presence known and gets a yellow card for kicking the ball away. Maguire's been on for about 30 seconds. Him and Bruno Fernandes now both with a yellow card purely for kicking the ball away after the whistle's been blown. So it does really feel like football has really carried on after this Declan Rice yellow card situation where players are now quite consistently getting booked for kicking the ball away. Jonah, yo to you too. I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for joining the live and thank you for commenting. Tell me if you're watching this Southampton United game. Diallo, Kobbie Mainoo. Hands in the air to say he had nothing to do with it, but Mateus Fernandes, very unhappy again. Looks like he went for the ball, got the ball, but he wanted a free kick, wasn't given. Bruno Fernandes fights for it. United end up with the ball here with Kobbie Mainoo in the corner, scoops it towards Fernandes. And Bruno Fernandes, beautiful play here in the corner. And that's a throw for Southampton in the end. He did end up trying to knock it against the Southampton shirt to win a throw, which did not happen. Grayson, hello. How are you doing? Great to have you on as well. Jonah, I'm good as well. Thank you. But yeah, how are you doing, Grayson? Jason, yeah, how's the licks been? He's been good. And he's got a goal, which is all you could ask for, really, especially for a centre-back. He has been good. He made a very important clearance from a shot that I think was going in. And Southampton on the move here. Can they get the ball forward themselves? They're on a rare counter here. Lisandro Martinez again. Huge interception. Really good challenge. And Garnacho will pick it up and plays it back to Martinez. And Ugarte goes down. And I think he's won a free kick. He has. United absolutely comfortable in defence here now against this Southampton side who started so well and made United feel so uncomfortable before. Jason, yeah, your gifts have not gone amiss. Thank you very much for the additional gifts. I can't believe how hard you're going with these gifts. I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Johnny Evans is coming on, I believe, for Lisandro Martinez. Now let's see how Martinez's injury that seemingly has happened today is going, because United really can't afford Martinez to be injured again. They're definitely at their best when he's playing. But now Johnny Evans is on. I think he's going to have to go at fullback with De Ligt and Maguire both on the pitch too. And Dallow's now switched over to the right. Mainu, Ugarte and Xerxes. Beautiful play between those three. Evans, Xerxes, beautiful first time touch to turn. Cuts inside of Lallana, switches to Diallo. United with a big chance here. Oh, just out wide of Masvari. Sorry, Darlow. Mainu's shot is blocked and we'll go into the hands of Aaron Ramsdale. That was a chance for Man United. Just the weight of pass and the location was just a little bit beyond Diogo Dalot. That was a good chance for Man United, though, to really kill this game off and rubber stamp that victory with a third goal. Amad Diallo gives away a free kick. Martinez, Ericsson, Rashford, Masraoui all taken off so far today. They're all sat there in screenshot of the cameraman right now. Southampton will be looking to take advantage of those big name players not being on the pitch. Sugawara, who was really good in the first half. Oh, Mateus Fernandez's touch wasn't as good as he hoped. Garnacho, brought down. That's a free kick. It's got to be a card here for the Southampton captain, Jack Stevens. Absolutely took him out, and Garnacho was away. And I don't think Garnacho had any intention of going down. I think he wanted to be able to continue, but... Oh, he's off! It's a straight red for Jack Stevens, and this day has gotten so much worse for the Southampton captain. The foot was high. Russell Martin's going crazy at the assistant. But it's a high... that is a high challenge from Jack Stevens, who had every intention of taking Garnacho out there just to stop this attack. And it's actually higher than the shin pad. And in fairness, I think that's actually a really good decision by the ref. He's just tried to stop the attack, but by going so high on the foot, or so high up to the knee of Alejandro Garnacho, I actually think that's the right call, because that's studs to the kneecap. I actually think that's really bad from Jack Stevens. And I didn't see it initially. It looked like a standard, let's stop the attack and just bring the player down situation. But in actual fact, I think Stuart Atwell's done a fantastic job with this decision. Garnacho plays it by him, studs on the kneecap, while Garnacho's at full speed. That could have been quite a horrific injury. And a straight red for the Southampton captain, who ultimately has had a really bad game in the sense of being the reason why the first goal went in, being the only man left deep when everyone else was beating the offside, or playing the offside trap. That was a bad decision from Jack Stevens. And Southampton will have to go not just the next 10 minutes without their captain, but also the next game. Well, 3 games, isn't it, for a straight red without their captain too. Bad decision. And you know what, Southampton, the last time they had lost a player, well, Russell Martin's gone and got himself booked as well. But actually, I think if he looks at that again, he won't actually agree with his own complaints. The last time Southampton went down to 10 men against United, they went down to 9 men. They went and lost 9-0. Mateus Fernandez is going to come off. And Southampton making one more change now. And it's going to be Harwood Bellis coming on to replace Mateus Fernandez, as I think Southampton will not want to get themselves into a situation where they just start leaking goals again because they're down a player. Now, if you're Eric Ten Hag, you're probably thinking, my team needs to take advantage of this. We are playing 10 men. We're 2-0 up, and they are at the foot of the table. We need goals. They need to go for the kill, and they really want to. But they really would need to get themselves some confidence, get themselves a third, maybe even a fourth here. Garnacho, who's now getting boos from the fans. You could see clearly Garnacho, I don't think he wanted to go down. I think he was looking to try and get a goal. Harry Maguire, Matthias de Ligt. Ever since Diaz dive against Newcastle. I've wanted them to go down. Yeah, I think a lot of people were kind of offended by Brereton Diaz against Newcastle, to be fair. So, yeah, you won't be the only person who thinks that, in fairness. Wow. How a game of football can change, especially in the Premier League. The dominance that they had at the beginning of this game and the way it's just disappeared, it's disintegrated. Since the penalty was awarded and Southampton fans were elated, thinking they were about to take the lead, get their second goal of the season and maybe go on to win a game that they were playing better in, how this game has changed between Southampton and Man United, who are looking very comfortable at this point. But again, like I said, I do feel like United are they should really be taking advantage of this and really going for the kill against the 10 men of Southampton. Johnny Evans, Alejandro Garnacho. Got two Southampton players to beat, so he goes backwards and plays it to Kobbie Mainoo. Xerxes got his head on it. No one behind him to flick it to. Kyle Walker-Peters. Bednarek. Sugawara. Pass is intercepted by Evans. Mainoo lets it run across his body and then nudges it onto Garnacho, who's trying to get by Sugawara, who does get a foot in, and it's a throw to Manchester United. Kobbie Mainoo. Matthias de Ligt. Maguire through the lines. Mainoo couldn't get it under control and he loses possession. Ramsdale plays it across the ground, or along the ground even, to Lallana. Garnacho got a block on there. Oh, I think a handball's been given. Not sure if that was so necessary, but the referee has given a free kick to Southampton. Walker-Peters. Southampton still trying to play out from the back with 10 men. And they're not doing a bad job. Sugawara, good play. Oh, beautiful first time pass. And Southampton on the move here. It's Adam Armstrong. Oh, it's a ball in towards the edge of the area. Dallo made that look easy. He's down part of that move as well. Mainoo's gone down. Free kick to Manchester United.
Which we're thoroughly looking forward to. But then the attention and the focus is going to switch to Wembley TNT Sports box office. The headline, Anthony Joshua against Daniel Dubois, massive heavyweight fight. Great on the card. Liam Gallagher on the bill as well. And you can enjoy all of them with us.
5 minutes left of normal time. Maguire to Mainoo, back to Maguire. United haven't been beaten by Southampton in a very long time.
Change and see whether they might need to send somebody else on for De Ligt.
It's Matthias de Ligt. Time left. It is 5 minutes of normal time left to go, Jason, yeah? Before any added on time will be played. Now, Manuel Ugarte intercepted there. Good play by Flynn Downs. I think he would like to get a bit of time on the ball. Now in a United shirt, come on as a sub. Casemiro is taking his bib off. And he looks set to come on to maybe see out this game. Thank you again, Jason, for all these gifts. I don't know when and how and why you decided to give me all these gifts today, but I really appreciate it. I think Anthony will ever come good. I don't think my opinion should be asked for on this topic. I don't really see it with Anthony. There was something back in his Ajax days. It hasn't translated to the Premier League at all. I think any player has the ability to do well at any point in time. I think maybe the next time we see Anthony playing very well might be in a shirt that does not have the Man United badge on it. But it will take a lot for him to be given the confidence to play regularly for this club again. And I think he's probably better off looking to go elsewhere where he might get that chance. But Matthias de Ligt, one of today's goal scorers, is coming off. Casemiro is coming on. So back to square one, just like last season, Man United with what seems like a number of defensive injuries. Such a strange situation where the players in defence just keep getting injured. Martinez injured, De Ligt has gone off injured as well. Dalot is the only player in defence that started the game that is still there. What do you think, Jason? Yeah, do you think there's any hope of Anthony coming good, as you say? It seems like both teams are happy to just see this game out at this point. Southampton down to 10 men. I think they are happy to only lose 2-0 and not take a huge battering to their goal difference. Manuel Ugarte with a big interception. Garnacho trying to get away from Adam Armstrong. Plays at the edge of the area. Bruno Fernandes is going to hit it. Fernandes couldn't get it under control. Hit it wide of the mark. He should have done better there, Bruno. You'd expect him to do better from there. You think United's too big a club for him to gain confidence and he needs to leave? I agree. It's too late, I think, with United, because he was given so much more time than I think the average player gets to make an impact. And where he still didn't, after being in the first team for a good season, when he shouldn't have been, and with the money that was paid for him, I think he's probably better off taking a step away, maybe the Italian league or French, maybe the Premier League, but I think he'd be quite a lower level than what we're used to seeing. Like it will be a big change. I think if he was to make something of the Premier League, I actually don't know what sort of team would want a player like that then. Sort of give me the ball and I'm just going to try and do skills on the side, or have that one trick of cutting inside and trying to curl it towards the far corner. The game almost feels like it's evolved beyond what we were seeing out of Anthony. And I don't want to sound too horrible to him, but unless he's coming up with something new, some new tricks and new ways to play his football, I don't see him find anyone really in the Premier League who wants to have a player like that in their team. Diallo has won himself a throw from Kyle Walker-Peters. Literally 60 seconds left of normal time. Maybe we should go abroad to Spain and ditch English football for a few seasons. Yeah, I think so. I think if he leaves United, the best move will probably be out of the Premier League. I do think, yes, if he got lucky and ended up at a PSG, for example, that would work nicely for him. I'm not sure if they would want him, because I think if he's in a dominant side, then he can get given that time and energy to do what he does and practice what he does and make it work. To be honest, if I'm very honest, I think if Anthony leaves, he goes back to Ajax. Casemiro, Xerxes lets it go over his head. Garnacho at the back post. United looking to kill this game off with a third. Played to Bruno Fernandes, who just got caught in two minds and ended up touching the ball with a very light touch, trying to find Mainu, couldn't find him. Harry Maguire strokes it out to Amad Diallo. Casemiro looking for Garnacho, I think. No. Chooses to play it back to Maguire. A Sevilla move or something with not crazy expectations for him to do it. Yeah, well, I think the expectations should be quite low now because everyone saw that he struggled in the Premier League. I agree. Something that Sevilla will be very good for him, which I'm not quite sure he would warrant. Oh, brilliant play from Diallo to keep the ball in play. It's come back to Mainu. Oh, what a pass! And Xerxes had to score. What a save from Aaron Ramsdale. Xerxes had to score. The pass from Mainu. He dropped two Southampton players into thinking he was going to shoot, and he just squared it for Xerxes, who should have killed that. He should have made that 3-0. Close range as well. Played it very easy for Ramsdale, straight down the middle. After Diallo pickpocketed his man, and he's on the ball now, just inside the area. Plays it back to Diogo Dalot, back to Amad Diallo. He's bringing out the skills and trickery. Casemiro, ball into the 6-yard box. Garnacho tries to get in beyond Ramsdale, who got there first. Xerxes took a touch to control it too. Oh, it wasn't a save. It was a big block from Jan Bednarek. Very impressive block from Bednarek to deny Joshua Xerxes. Cheers, Jason. Yeah, I appreciate all of the likes. Oh, well, mainly the gifts. You went crazy with the gifts. So thank you so much for jumping on. Great to see you again on here, and thank you very much for those gifts. Wishing you a great weekend. Catch you again soon. See you later, man. Amad Diallo for Manchester United. United trying to close this game out. There's 6 minutes of added on time. We're almost 2 of those minutes in. And Bruno's gone down holding his leg. Matthias de Ligt is going to get man in the match.
This goal changed it, and when defeat is confirmed in 4 minutes' time for Southampton, it's going to be 400 defeats in the Premier League for them. I don't think anybody's under any illusion about how difficult it's going to be for all three.
Maguire, Johnny Evans.
All three stayed up the year before last. All three went down last season. The gap does seem to get wider and wider.
Oh, no.
I think if any of the three who came over able to stay up, it's going to be quite a remarkable job by the players.
Walker Peters. Free kick given against Amad Diallo.
It says one week that all three of them, Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton, are going to try and do it in a way that entertains everybody. They're doing it in a very entertaining fashion. So you do kind of root for them, don't you, in a way, based on how they're going to go about their work.
Evans, Xerxes, turns. Oh, Garnacho's in here. Garnacho. Big blocker again. Bednarek almost single-handedly keeping this game alive. For Southampton, or trying to not so much keep the game alive, but deny this score from becoming a cricket score.
He's not back in the areas with Maguire. Evans are in
corner. Amad Diallo couldn't get it under control. Oh no, Maguire limping. United could have another injury. Maguire looks really hurt. He looks more hurt than the other two were. This is crazy how many injuries United are getting, all in defence. Such a strange situation. It's literally last season. It's happening again for Man United in Southampton. Maguire is hobbling around on that pitch. I think he's probably cooked it. Oh, and they've played the ball to him. Casemiro, being quite horrible, plays the ball to Maguire, who just very quickly plays it back. 1.5 minutes left to go. Casemiro, Diallo wants to have a run at Southampton one last time. He's had a good game again, Amad Diallo. Kobe Mainu. Casemiro switches the play across to Johnny Evans. Alejandro Garnacho. Evans making a run beyond him. Garnacho cuts inside, plays it to Bruno Fernandes. He's lost the ball again. Mainu got his head on it. Then Casemiro flicks it back to Diogo Dalot. And now here's Diallo. Can he not get a third goal here? Diogo Dalot. Back to Casemiro, who rolls it forward for Diallo. Less than 45 seconds to go here. Mainu. Ball across the 6-yard box, blocked and cleared. 30 seconds left at St Mary's. It's Southampton 0, Manchester United 2. Footy edits, welcome back for the last 30 seconds here. Casemiro looking for options to put the ball into the box. Evans made a run. What a beautiful ball. Dalot, Garnacho! And United finally get the third goal. With 18 seconds of normal time to go, Alejandro Garnacho makes it 3. And it was great play. And you know what? It's the villain of recent times in Casemiro for United. Plays a beautiful ball through a crowd of players, and it's drilled back across by Diogo Dalot, who's the only player who made that run. A really nice run by Dalot, picked up by Casemiro. And then look at he's miles on side again. I can't believe Southampton keep getting caught in these offside situations, or these offside traps are not working because there's one player who keeps getting caught out of position. Terrible play. And Dalot plays it back. Garnacho into the roof of the net, made it look easy. 3-0 Manchester United at St. Mary's. And it's game over. It's a substitute, Alejandro Garnacho. Silly mistakes. 2 of their goals were essentially offside traps that just didn't work. And United will be very happy that they might have lost about 3 players through injury, but they've gotten 3 goals out of it too. And that's it, 3-0. I have to run, by the way, guys. So, Footy Edit's great to have you back on. Wishing you a great rest of your day. And I'll catch you all 3 of you next Saturday. Ciao for now.